You see this man on my screen, this FIFA president, this Gianni Infantino. This guy is a disgrace. This guy is so corrupt, and he is not supposed to be the president of FIFA. I don't know what is wrong with him, but I think he is the most corrupt person I've ever seen in my life. I have a question for him. Why is he still allowing the United States to host the World Cup? I want to know, why is this guy still allowing the United States to host the World Cup? I want to know. Yes, because the United States have no right to host the World Cup for everything they have done in Iran, for all the atrocities they have committed in Iran, for all those killings, the unaliving of those 170 students, including those teachers. They are not supposed to host the World Cup. Yes, they are not supposed to host the World Cup. Remember what they did to Russia in 2022 when Russia attacked Ukraine. Remember the sanctions they placed against Russia. Now, I know the UN is a toothless bulldog. Leave the EU, they cannot do anything. Those are corrupt organizations. They don't even know what they are doing. They are just confused. Yes, but FIFA, I was not expecting FIFA to allow the United States host the World Cup. Now, let me just tell you few of the sanctions that were placed on Russia when they attacked Ukraine. Yes, and I want you to listen attentively. Other countries should boycott the World Cup because the United States have no right to host the World Cup. Now, let me just give you few of the sanctions that were placed on Russia simply because they attacked Ukraine. Yeah, I will start with the financial sanctions. I want you to listen attentively. Major Russian banks like SB banks and VTB Bank were cut off from global financial system. This is one of the sanctions that they placed on Russia. Then Russia's central bank assets held abroad were frozen, restricting access to hundreds of billions in reserves. We all know what happened to them. The owner of Chelsea, Abramovich, we all know what happened to their banks. Most of their assets were frozen. Energy sanctions. The EU and others banned the import of Russia oil and gold. So no country was allowed, especially the EU, was allowed to buy oil and gas from Russia. The US banned the import of Russia oil and gas entirely. They were not allowed to buy to import oil and gas from Russia. Then trade and export controls. Western companies halted businesses who exited Russia. Most of the top companies, the big companies, investors left Russia. They exited Russia. Airspace and transport sanctions. Russia airlines were banned from EU, UK, US, and Canadian airspace. So the United States, EU, Canada, they banned Russia from their airspace. Defense and military arms embargoes were strengthened against Russia. Now let's go to sport, which is the reason I made this video, which is the reason I'm criticizing this FIFA president. Russia teams were banned from many international competitions like the World Cup. They were not allowed to participate in the World Cup. Cultural and academic, cultural and academic partnerships were suspended. So Russia was suspended from all academic partnerships and cultural activities. They were suspended. They were not allowed to participate in any of those. So why is the United States allowed to participate in the World Cup? Why are they going to participate in the World Cup? Just give me one reason. And why is FIFA still allowing them? to host the World Cup. This is a disgrace. And the world is not saying anything about it. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. And I heard a few hours ago that Senegal was stripped from the African Nations Cup and the trophy was given to Morocco. Look at all the atrocities Donald Trump has committed in Iran, killing innocent students. FIFA has not done anything about it. Which sanctions have FIFA, uh, uh, the EU, the UN? Those ones I know they are dead. They can't make any decision. They are just confused. But what sanctions? I want to know which sanctions have been placed on the United States. Why is nobody talking about it? Nobody. No country is talking about it. No country is willing to boycott the World Cup. Nobody, no organization, no. What is happening in this world? I want to know. Is it that we are so corrupt? Is it that we don't have conscience? Is it that we have become so used to evil? Or is it that we are scared of the United States? Are we scared of Donald Trump to place sanctions on them because they don't deserve to host the World Cup for any reason? Yes, the same sanctions that were placed on Russia for attacking Ukraine are supposed to be placed on the United States. Yes, this is what is supposed to be done. Financial, energy, sport and cultural, all those sanctions are supposed to be placed on the United States for what they have done in Iran. And they have been doing this for years. This is not the first time. They have been doing this in most countries. Look at what they did to the president of Venezuela and his wife. And now they are currently doing in Iran. Donald Trump came out a few days ago and said he can bomb any oil refinery just for fun. He hasn't even come out to apologize for the unaliving of those 170 students. So I want to know why FIFA is still allowing the United States to host the World Cup. Let me know. And why the whole world is not boycotting the World Cup. Countries should boycott the World Cup for the fact that United States is going to host the World Cup. They should boycott the World Cup. Why is nobody talking about it? Why? All the countries which have qualified for the World Cup should boycott the World Cup. The United States should not host the World Cup. They have no right hosting the World Cup. It's a disgrace. FIFA can do better. FIFA, you should do better. For the UN and the EU, I know most of them are supporting Donald Trump. Most of them are supporting Ukraine. And indirectly they will be supporting Donald Trump. But FIFA, the same sanctions you place, this in fact, the whole world, even the EU, the same sanctions you place on Russia, do the same with the United States. This is too bad.